Thanks, Wingy. If we go to James Regan next, please.
Hey, Dereck. I guess you made a lot of Joe pulling out a good last fight that you were supposed to have. Do you kind of have a message for him a few days out with respect to that? And how do you think the fight might be different if it was a couple of years ago?
I'm all right. Are you sleeping? You just woke up?
Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, mate. It's the middle of the night, so...
Apologize.
But, yeah. What's that?
What time is it now?
3 o'clock, 3 a.m.
At least you're gonna have a nap afterwards. Yeah, hey, listen, the message I Joe is just like, just get ready, man. Storm is coming, the thunder's coming, bro. We are coming. We're gonna make it rain.
Do you feel like the fight might be different this time around than it might have been a couple of years ago? How is Joe different now?
Listen, Joe's got a new trainer, but I don't believe he's the way he boxes is going to change the way he boxes. I think when it gets harder, he's going to look in the corner, he's going to see a new face, and he's going to get into a panic stage. For me, when it gets harder, I'll just look at myself and say, oh, mate, stop being a pussy, man. Let's just rock with this shit, man. Let's just rock and roll. You know, I'm just ready to rock and roll.
Oh, good. Thanks, bro.
Go back to sleep, man. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. If we go to Michael Morgan next, please.
Hey, Dereck, how are you this afternoon?
I'm all right, man. You're having a good time, man. You're in the garden.
I thought I'd liven it up a bit because you're telling my man that he's half asleep. I'm going to show you who's really, really awake. Speaking of awake, though, the last time we spoke, I know it was a few years, you kind of gave hints. You gave kind of like leanings towards your love of MMA. Now, recently, I've seen the pictures, I've seen the videos. How seriously are you considering a move over to MMA?
Don't know. Them guys knock each other out, boy.
Yeah.
Them guys are 5 ounces, aren't they?
4 ounce gloves.
You know what? They shouldn't call it MMA. It's just cool. It's a Mandingo fight. Those fights they have there, bro. Because let's all be honest, man. That is from the slave back in the days. It was like black brothers fighting black brothers to the death. It's just now they just put rounds in it. But really and truly, there's nothing good come out of that, man. You know, you get your broken jaw, your eye socket broken. For people to say, yes, do you see that fight? I don't know. But I will, though. If they make Bellator and UFC, if I do a little quick one in there, I might. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I was quite intrigued when you were saying you're a free agent of sorts, because seeing the recent pictures of you with Michael Venom Page and James Haskell down at London Shoot, in terms of like the regime that they put you through, in terms of like the training that you've been put through, I mean, I know it might be a bit of a cliche question, but is that enhancing your training? Is that helping at all?
They do. Listen, for when I go train there, I don't train like MMA fighters. They train me like a boxer. You know, I train by 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
I don't 3 minutes. I don't cut my rounds short. My rounds are 3 minutes. When Mike and them not train, they train for 5 minutes. When I spar for 3 minutes, not for 5 minutes. So they don't change anything. It's just 3 minutes blocks, basically.
Thanks, Dale.
Thank you, sir. Hey, God, it looks nice, man.
Thank you, man. It takes me ages. Anyway, on to the next question.
Okay, thanks, Michael. We go to Brett Redmond next.
Hi,
Is
Dereck.
anybody-
You doing well, mate? 37 years of age, I must say that your press conferences are just as interesting as your fight, mate. So it's great to be able to have a chat with you.
Thank you very much.
Recently, David Hay, and said that Alexander Usyk's team that you were sat with turned around to David immediately after the fight and said, Derek's going to take this. Dereck has got the victory. Is there still that sense of newfound optimism, just as I've mentioned there, at 37 years of age going into this fight, that you can still hang and mix it with the younger, bigger guys as well?
Okay, I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. Listen, I'm 37. It's okay. I still punch. Listen, I'm not scared of him. I'm scared of nobody. You know, he don't bring anything I haven't seen yet. Yeah, in his mind, he might think I'm 37. The whole 37 thing must be playing in his mind, but I'm not scared of him. Yes, he's a younger man, but you know, I'm scared of him now. You should know the story anyway.
Listen, one of the reasons why I asked you a question like that is because clearly we know what you're about, you know, from a fight fan's perspective, as you said, pen pushers, and we sit at home on our sofas and criticize. But what personally I'm expecting to see from that, and I've just seen from your reaction there, is that is there the potential to come out, start fast and blow him away?
Potential is I'm going to put a fear in God in him. As you can see, I got my lion in the back there. You know, put a fear in God in him. You know, I just arrived now, and maybe my energy is not great because I just did a 3-hour journey on a train. You know, but come tomorrow when I'm rested up and I'm charged up, mate. Different story.
It's going to be an entertaining week, mate, and I can't wait to see it. Dereck, I wish you all the best bit of success for Saturday, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got 4 minutes left with Dereck. So if we go to Marshall Brown next, please.
Hey, Dereck, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, good. Listen, I want to commend you on your last outing with Usyk, because I'm telling you, I was so impressed with that performance. The guy, most pundits didn't even give you a chance. They thought you would be outboxed. They thought all these things, but you really, really brought the heat. And I want to commend you on that one. And I think, will you have some of that same kind of go get them? You have something to prove. That aggression that you use, because I think you gassed out a little bit. But did you work on your conditioning, and will you take that same approach when you go after? Because you look like Joseph is going to get on his bike.
Yeah, Joseph. You know, for the Usyk fight was to take the first 6 rounds, and then give away 2 or 3, and then after pick it back up. Yeah, and then pick it back up. Stuff like that. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so we pick it back up, and but the judges saw it different ways. Don't understand what they saw. Is there apple juice in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they saw different. Can I get my saps as well, please? They saw it different way. But it's boxing. You know, 1 minute, you know, the chaser, the hunter loses the fight, and the guy who runs away wins the fight. You know, I don't know how boxing is scored. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me that if an aggressor is fighting and the guy who's boxing and running away, who don't want to fight, does he win the fight? You know, so it's totally different. So we'll see what happens on this fight anyway. You know, I'm just praying we got a good ref and good judges.
Listen, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I know you're coming off of Ramadan and everything, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm not fasting.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you anyway.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we've got time for one final question. So if you pass to Jim Conlon, please, for your question.
Well, there was a lady there for an interview. You better bring her in. I saw her face. She was waiting for a question.
And I'm waiting for a question. Just that we've got to bring in Katie Taylor at 4 because we're on a schedule. But Jim, in the meantime, if you jump in, we'll find out who's going next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dereck, I suppose you're the type of character that you've never said no to anyone in terms of a fight throughout your career. I just want to throw out one name to you who's been on the crest of wave. He had a one loss against Tyson Fury, but Otto Wallen. Does Otto Wallen appeal to you in the future in terms of a prospect of a showdown?
Who is he? Never heard of him.
Otto Wallen, he lost to Tyson Fury. He beat Dominic Breazeale recently. He only lost to Tyson Fury. He's only one loss in his record.
Where's he from?
Sweden.
I'll look up to him. I'll look at it, and then if listen, the boxing game, it's about what the public want to see. So me going and find this guy from Sweden, is that the British public gonna pay pay-per-view for this fight? Nah. It's all about what my fans want to see. Before I put any fight out there, I make a post and I post it out there. If I get answers, if I get people start talking about it, then I'll make it happen. But this guy never heard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, Dereck.
Okay, Gail, did you want to ask your question, please, if you're in the chat?
Hi there. I'm trying to start the video, Daniel, but it's not allowing me.
Let me just have a look if I can help you out. One moment. You should be able to start it. There you go.
Hiya. Hi, Dereck.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Can't complain.
It's an honour to finally get to speak to you. I just wanted to say that. I'll be quick. I know your last fight with Usyk, you were the come forward, aggressive fighter. You were landing punches, yet you didn't get the decision. Does that make you want to take the decision out of the judges' hands this time around?
Yes, 100%. 100%. We are bringing smoke. We're bringing thunder. 100%. I can't leave it to the judges anymore. I'm tired of the judges taking my dreams away every time.
Okay. And just quickly, you seem hungrier now at this stage of your career than ever before. People telling you that you should stop fighting, but you're saying, no, I'm going to keep going. Does that drive you to keep going on? The fact that you've got that negativity for people?
It's, the thing I say is that those who write on paper and on a laptop, they can say things like that because they don't understand, because in their mind, they're already retired. Sitting at home and pushing up a paper and writing other people's life stories. This is what they're good at. When you do that and you don't do anything else, even take your dog for a walk, you can't even take your dog for a walk. For me, I can't retire. I don't want to retire. Retiring is for me giving up. When I give up, I've given up on so many things, but I don't want to give up yet. So when people keep telling me, oh, you're 37, you should retire. I'm like, if I retire, who are you going to write about? First of all, who are they going to write about? Because if I go, they can only write about Tyson Fury and Dylan White, because we're the only people who can say how we feel and how we express ourselves. There's no other fighters out there right now. Daniel can't really say much. There's Joe Joyce don't say much. So who are you guys going to talk about? So you need me in the game still. Until somebody I can see say, okay, you know what? He's going to keep these guys occupied for the next 10 years. So I can drop the gloves and I can hang up the gloves. But before that, I'm not doing anything.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck at the weekend.
Thank you. God bless.